Yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. As always, I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, love to hate MGTOW at the same time, which is why we got punks keeping us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again. For today's topic of discussion. Oh my God. The T app got hacked. It suffers a massive data breach. Now, for those of y'all who don't know about the T app or what happened, we'll get down to that. We'll get down to that later on. But I gotta give shout outs to both NTR and O'Shea Duke Jackson. Both links of their full videos will be in the comment section. Go check it out. But apparently, there's this T app where only women can sign up, in which they had this ID verification proving that whoever signed up is a woman. And what they do is they will take, if a woman is dating this man, and this man is in this app, she has access to the information that is left by other women who had dealings with that man. However, this is a case of this type of power falling into the wrong hands, because keep in mind, these women can put a man in this T app, say anything they want about this man, completely defaming completely defaming his character, in the hopes that no woman will mess with that man again. But enough of me talking about it. Let's take a look, shall we?
All right, guys, you've been hitting me up nonstop to talk about this T app. And after researching it, looking at some videos of the app in action and some screenshots, and I'm going to share all of that with you guys here today, because I got the inside scoop. I think that this is an appropriate conversation for us to have in this modern dating shit culture as it exists today. Obviously, I have some key issues that we're going to go over within the confines of this video as to what this app is and then how women are actually utilizing it. First, I wanted to go through the branding that they have on the website, because I think that this is very important, right? Because they can advertise as one way to get like interviews on like Dateline, NBC, the Today Show, or wherever the hell else that they've been going recently. But what we find is how the women are utilizing it within their daily lives or their practice is a lot more nefarious in nature. Long story short, one of the ways that women are violent are through reputation destruction, false allegations, and this gives them a platform, an anonymous way to post potential lies defaming men in order to get back at them. Anyway, let's go through the way that they are currently branding, because branding is key.
And what's more, the T app isn't the first time they pulled this stunt. Nope, this ain't their first time, because I believe before the T app, they had this website where they make a list of all these men that women should not date. And as I stated before, many of these women would take advantage of that, put men that they haven't dated, haven't even laid eyes on, and put them on that list, completely defaming them. In which, as I recall, the reason why that site went down was because one of the men who found out they were on the list because a woman who he never laid eyes on, let alone even dated, put him on that list, making all these fucked up claims about him, in which after he found out, he lawyered up and took the owner of that site to court in a defamation lawsuit and won. Yeah, he won that case. So much so that fearing that other men who will find out about that site will also file defamation suits, end up having to shut the site down. But this is the information. This is the information where I got it. But let's continue.
Dating safety tools that protect women. If this is truly what it did, I have no problems with this. I think dating safety tools to protect men and women should be something that we have access to. Okay? Now, let's go through specifically how they seek to just protect women. Verify green flag men, run background checks, identify potential catfishes, verify that he's not an S offender, and check for criminal history. Now, when you look at the different capabilities or features within the particular app, I would say number 5, criminal history, number 4, S offender, and number 2, background checks. That's actually an applicable way to be able to look at, but you don't need this app for that. You can go, and I'm not sponsored, there's like been verified, there's different apps like that that you can utilize in order to check out a person's public history, whether or not that they're an S offender or if they've been to prison. Since this is publicly available information, I think all of those things are green flags. Now, this identify potential catfish, my assumption for this is that they're utilizing some type of AI in order to see where else or what other social media platforms or dating platforms that your image exists. And then they cross-reference the different photos to see how closely aligned that they are. But the real issue that I have with all of this is this. Find verified green flag men. And we're going to get ready to go through it. But there's a system there where you, as an anonymous woman, right, you have to sign up through the app and verify that you're a woman, right, sending identification through. And then you can anonymously write under men's pictures and also say if they are a green flag versus a red flag. But I find it so interesting that they say find verified green flag men as if an anonymous poster online is verified. Is it verified because they verified their identification, or is it verified because what they're saying is damn true? Back in 2008-ish, I know I'm dating myself a little bit, this is when Facebook was rising into prominence. I went to school at Penn State University, so we were one of the first schools that had access to Facebook. They had a development of like apps that could be inserted within it. One of those was called the Honesty Box. You guys remember that? The Honesty Box was interesting because people could anonymously.
Yeah, I definitely remember the honesty box. In fact, that was exactly what I was talking about.
Write messages to you that could potentially destroy your self-esteem. But as the user, I would opt in to having the honesty box put on my profile. So if I didn't want people to be anonymous or troll me via the internet or send me death threats and shit like that, then I just never had to sign up for the app. But there was a consent here. Within an app like this called the T app, there is no damn consent. You can just have your image, your likeness placed it on this app for those people to run your name through the rug. And because it's anonymous, because you cannot verify the person that is saying the bullshit, it incentivizes an already often emotional component of the populace to seek revenge. And those that we go over week after week that love reputation destruction or false allegations can just easily make shit up about you. And there's profiles up there that women will allege that these men are PDF files, but there's no evidence to the case. Now, if you go down and you look at the branding,
and this is the reason why you hear men say that this is a recipe for yet another defamation suit. And I know because I have filed defamation suit against a person who falsely accused me and won. And one thing's for certain: any person who makes claims, whether it's a newspaper, website, or any place of that matter, in which it damages your reputation, your business, your home, your livelihood, that all counts as a defamation suit. But I digress. Let's continue.
Of course, they got images of the interracialness, right? It's to mean this is for everybody, demonstrating them in boss B attire. Oh, avoid red flags. What else? Protect your heart. Yeah. Our safety tools. Okay, just a restatement of above. And then they got this movement shit. Anyway, I want to go over some TikTok reactions real quick, and then we'll dive in deep and to see exactly what the app looks like.
I'm not the only one who's been scrolling on that T app, or I know you're at home waiting to be accepted. You know, my bestie called me yesterday. She said, "Bestie, there's this app, and they're exposing all the men." I'm like, "Tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know." She's like, "You can post a picture of your man, or the old man you used to talk to, or a man that you want to talk to, and people will rate them a red flag or a green flag, and there's comments, and everything is anonymous. You can write hella comments and say whatever you can say. Dick was weak. They stink. Yep. They have kids.
Whatever they want.
They're a deadbeat. They beat on women. You can say whatever you want about them.
And it don't have to be true either. Let's just call a ball and a strike a strike. It don't have to be true neither. They'll just write that shit down, and these women will be so dumb enough they will just take it and run, no questions asked.
And they can't do anything because they don't have access to the app, because you got to take a picture of yourself to prove that you're a woman. So why I get into the app today, y'all?
Before she gets into the app, now notice the glee on her face as she describes all of this. And I find it so interesting because of all of the topics, content that we have going over this topic of consent. Yet the men are not consenting to be hosted on these sites. And from a legal perspective, if you're only taking their publicly available pictures, right, the girlfriend might actually send some private photos. And I'm not talking about like nudity photos, but just private photos to utilize that. And there's an issue of consent there. But if they're just taking publicly available pictures for people to add their thoughts, lies, opinions on, or even some facts associated with it, my thing is have the women verify who they are as well. I can only hope, although I would not think that this is the truth, but I can only hope that if someone posts something defamatory in nature and a man can then prove that it's a lie, I can then initiate a ticket to get their legit information, their license, so that I can sue them. Because again, while I think that both genders should be protecting themselves, what I don't like here is the lies.
And I'm not thinking that it's like real. You know, like, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they're going to expose people, but I don't think I'm going to be knowing any of the people that's on there, right? So I get in, I'm scrolling, I don't see nobody I know, right? I don't see nobody. And I scroll a little bit more. Thank God my man ain't on there. Thank God my man ain't on there. But I did see his friend though. But yo, I've seen people that not only that I'm friends with, but that I be seeing at the parties, that I be with at the parties, chilling with at the parties. I see people I know from the Bay, from Sacramento. I'm seeing all types of people. I'm looking at them like, clutching my pearls. They saying they giving out STDs and they burning everybody. They said,
God damn. And this is, and let's keep it up front and real. This is one of the many dangers that this T app poses. These women on that app can say, oh, those men have STDs. Oh, they cheated. They cheated multiple times with multiple women. They can sit there and say they stay with their moms. Oh, they molested children. Oh, they raped me at one point. I mean, this is just how dangerous this shit is. But you don't have to take my word for it. You're hearing it for your own selves. Let's continue.
They got 2 kids. I'll say this one guy that I know. They say he got 2 kids and he's a deadbeat. I didn't even know he had no kids. And I've known him for 6 years. They saying people stink. Some of the people.
But wait. Hold up. If you've been knowing this guy for 6 years and you didn't know he had kids, then wouldn't that come off as being straight up bullshit? Ain't no way I will know a person for 6 years and don't know what this person really is. Ain't no way I could know somebody for that long of a period of a time and not know whether or not they have kids or not, or just other retarded fuck shit. Let's continue.
I know breath stank, dick weak, cornballs. Some of them saying, oh yeah, he got a big, oh, I just cracked that. Oh, this is my man. So if you about to die about him, then like it's girls that mess with the same man arguing and beefing in the comments of the man.
Yeah, and think about the branding of it. It's called the T app. It's not called to protect women on dating app, right? Like it's called the T. When you shit T, right? Like, I think that's like women gossiping and shit like that. Like, they like the drama. They like the gossip. This shit ain't got nothing to do with protecting women, baby.
Like, I didn't think I was going to see that many people that I knew on there. And I'm so glad that if they make a girl T app, I will be just fine, okay? I'm loyal to my man, and I've been loyal to all my men, and I talked to one man at one time.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. If they can make the T app for women, then how about someone makes a coffee app for men and warn men about these women? And don't lie, and fellas, let's not do what these women on the T app do. Don't lie. Let's not lie about these women. Let's tell the full, honest truth. Don't be like the T app where these women sitting there lying on these men and shit. We're better than this. Let's continue.
And I love
they did.
Wholeheartedly, and nobody could get on there and say anything
they got canceled
about me. The only comment's gonna be Heather Green fans say she's so good as hell. That's all you can say about me. But yeah, y'all go download the app, and hopefully we'll get accepted and go look at all the tea because it's crazy.
Everything was all fun and games until I seen my little shit on that tea app. Y'all can keep that. He ate fists for breakfast. And what's so crazy is I did not get accepted for 3 days. The day I get accepted, I'm with this nigga. Is this a sign? And then, mind you, I'm not the one that posted about my little shit. So who's more worried about my little shit than I am? Bitch, you want to know the tea before I do? Oh, tea.
Attention all men. You need to be careful. There is now a T app. Apparently, this app right here, the T dating app, is for women who are trying to avoid dating red flags in men. By posting men in that area that they live in, they might put some red flags. But sometimes they're just making a blog. One of my biggest fears is to end up on this app. I'm no stranger to women in my area, and then some. More, actually. So I just hope I'm not put on here and they're defaming my character. I'm gonna come clean. I've done a lot of shit. It wasn't bad. Everything was consensual, but dude, I can't have this going up. I don't think I was on there. I tried to infiltrate this app and really sign in to look up my area, see if I got put on there. I couldn't. They had a verification where you take a picture, you take a selfie to confirm if you're a woman or not using the app. And obviously I couldn't take a picture. I was like, damn, this is top-notch security. I can't get past this. But until I move, I'm in a small town, so I'm assuming I'm good. I'm pretty low profile. I should be okay. It's just like, damn, I can admit I've had a lot of lower. So much so it got into conflicting friend groups, and that's how. Now
the main question I have is why they so scared for men being on the app? What is they hiding? Where is they hiding? Or could it be the fact that if these men join the app and find that they're on this app and they being lied to, then that means those men could turn right back around and sue the creator of that app. Out the gate. What are they hiding? Let's continue.
My first car got keyed. If you want that story time, let me know. But imagine all the hoes that you've ever had just posting pictures about you.
That's why.
And just going in on you.
With no consequence.
And just making shit up. We as men need
no accountability
to take this
straight up.
Down. I don't like the vibe of this. This is not okay. Why not be?
What's funny about this as well is that I didn't know anything about this. Like, I saw people commenting to me, yo, MTR, when you going to start talking about the T app? And I'm like, what the type of T app? What the hell? It wasn't until one of my best friends hit me up like, yo, have you seen this app? They got, and he named two of our other mutual friends. They got them brothers up there and they dragging them for filth. I said, wait, what? Like, you serious? So it's like that Facebook group from all of them years ago, but now they got a whole app dedicated. How did this make it beyond the damn App Store requirements? It makes sense because you got.
It's both on App Store and Google Play. I'm just throwing that out there. Let's continue.
Put them on the website and it's clean. But then you actually look into the app and it's just a breeding ground for women who just like to shit on men. By the way, they did create a male version of the T app and it got taken down in less than 24 hours. But I might do a separate video on that.
And ain't that ironic? Oh, ain't that ironic too? Oh, they can have a T app for women to sit there and say anything they want to say about men. But at the moment, an app pops up for men to do the same thing for women. Oh, it needs to be taken down. It needs to be canceled. And this is why they look at the T app as nothing more than just another contribution to the gender war. Let's continue.
So stay tuned for that.
Men. When men sense a red flag in a woman, they either stay or they leave. Sometimes, most of them thug it out, I ain't gonna lie. But we find out on our own. It's getting scary out here.
Oh shit, man. They got me on the TM. Dean went back and forth since March. Things have been going well.
20 red flags.
He's pretty secretive with his phone, but I fuck with him. I just want to know the TM. Bitch, you should have asked me. I would have just told you myself. The picture this bitch shows. This shit is from 2021 of my tag photos, bro. I wouldn't even show this shit to my mother. 23 green flags, 20 red flags, 29 comments. We gonna see what they talking. All right, first comment. He's easy. Emphasis on easy. If I'm easy, what does that make you? All right, second comment. Are you actually It's funny. I can't even be mad at that. 36 likes. It's trying to be subjective. I think I'm handsome, so that's all that matters. But or you fuck with dark skin, brown skin, light skin, Asian, white, Hispanic, or something. I'm going cool in that department. He's funny as fuck, but that's all he's good for. Easy as fuck. Not a complete eyesore, but he's champ. This is my favorite comment. Maybe I am a little champ. I'm myself on the internet, so who knows? But go ahead, check out my YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Look at all the comments, likes, and views. People be fucking with me. But I'm in person too. They fuck with me heavy. So I don't know. I can't tell them I'm champ. Don't worry, I got a couple good comments in there. You said I've been around him and he's a really cool person. He seems really genuine. Y'all are haters. He's just cool as fuck. He's actually a really good guy. Don't listen to these bitches. He's cool. I went to high school with him. Nothing bad to say. He's very funny. Y'all are attracted to anything. Next page. He's honestly respectful. He's cool. Known him since middle school. Not a creepy as far as I know. Champ. But I mean, only because he's not a street like. If you're into that type of thing, whatever. He's so cool. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not even mad at it. It's kind of funny to me. But truthfully, like, anywhere I go, niggas and women fuck with me. So maybe I am champion hit, but damn. Shit, the way they treat me, I couldn't tell.
Why did you go? Yo, dating is so damn dead. I mean, I get running background checks on people. And I think both men and women should be doing background checks on each other as well as credit history checks as well. But we already know we can look.
That I do agree. And this goes back to what I say. They want equality, but no, they don't want equality. They want a one-way street equality. In other words, it's only equality for them, but not for everyone else. And what's crazy about it is that I know what you're wondering. How do these men get this information without the verification? Don't worry, we'll get to that shortly. But let's continue on.
Look at public examples of false allegations, reputation destruction. Do y'all really think that anonymously there's not going to be the same thing on this app? So how do you know that they're just not throwing piss in the water because they want the men that they don't want you to have? Shit, we talk about so often these women that leave relationships talking about he's a no.
Or the men they don't want them to have. They don't want them to have because even they don't want them. And yes, there are women. And yes, you got bitter broads out here that won't like you, that will turn around, put you on that app. That way other women won't date you. Yeah, we have those type of bitches too. Let's continue.
narcissist. Meanwhile, she didn't even know what the goddamn word is. It's just her surface level IQ buzzword in order to try to describe selfishness. Let's listen to one more.
Garfield brain shotties, hop on a T app, start lying on dudes you know got videos and proof of you getting cracked by the team at B&B's.
God damn!
Hop on dudes that you know you were secretly meeting up with when you had a man. Now you all over Reddit for your boyfriend, baby daddies, and family to see. They uploading text proof and photo proof. Now y'all don't want to argue no more. Nah, Kiki, tell them how my boy ran that train on you and you engaged. You don't want to talk about how you and your homegirls lied and all y'all came to the B&B and got crushed. Y'all really cooked yourselves with this one. A shawty just got herself exposed by the whole city because she want to hop in the comments and say, oh yeah, he get around. No, come to find out you get around and your baby daddy don't even know. Who put their baby on the floor so they could get cracked on the bed?
God damn!
Yo, BD ain't know about that. Hey, just know, God forbid, let this shit hit Florida.
And some of these bitter bras using this app trying to put dirt on men also got dirt on their own damn asses. Shout out to this dude right here, man, for keeping it up front and real on that shit. But yeah, it is true. They will slander you, but their own reputation is not squeaky clean. Let's continue.
It's not gonna be a good day, bro. You see, Florida shawty staying out of this. They know it's not gonna be a good day in Florida. Then y'all forget these dudes got homegirls that's gonna show them all y'all photos and what y'all saying about them on the app.
Man, how the did I get on the T app? I used to work with him. He gave me gay vibes. What? I only worked one job with females, bro.
Ridiculousness of this app aside, it is worrisome to me that these young men are wearing bonnets, questioning their sexuality. It's quite ironic. I find this perplexing at best.
No comment from me. Let's continue.
Idiotic at worst. Let's go.
And I was at Olive Garden when I was a server. And the reason why I didn't fuck with none of y'all is because y'all was already all the niggas on the job. Peep this. They already told me, showed me text proof on who the fuck was already getting cracked. There was nobody at the Olive Garden that wasn't getting cracked on Camp Creek Parkway. Yes, I set the motherfucking location and I know who the fuck did that shit. So you mad I have self-respect? You mad that I didn't give you the attention that you wanted and added to your high body count? And then the first given opportunity, you want to slander my name? What the fuck is wrong with you, gang? You need serious help. T-App, go ahead and make a male version. Now. I mean now.
Today, T-App. For fuck defamation. Defamation of character. Y'all is out of pocket. Why is y'all lying on me? And playing with me, y'all bullying me at this point. I don't bother nobody. Y'all dumbass bitches, I can't even bitch y'all. I can't even make no song about y'all or nothing because I don't know who the is trolling me. Y'all dumbass bitches, so I'm gonna just say fuck all y'all. That's why y'all pussies on Telegram now. Ugly, fuck you talking about. I hate y'all. Y'all dumbass fuck. I'll just make a viral bitch for everybody in the world. Y'all all got.
Now, in response to all of the bullshit, there's been some, shall we say, aggregation of profiles that are publicly available out on Instagram. And this, more than likely, is not from the T app itself, but from other people that are trying to gain traction on social media. So they just put all these posts together. This one comes from a T app _Philly, where they seem to find the most entertaining, for lack of a better word, maybe even worse versions, and put them out here for the entertainment. And if you look at some of these profiles, so this brother right here is getting put up on here saying not taking care of kids because he's cracking kids, with a link to his profile of saying true or false. So essentially they're accusing him of being a PDF file. And here's the anonymous posters underneath. Oh, I don't know what he did to you, sis, but I can change that. What's his at? That's crazy. I didn't even know he had kids. Laughing emoji. Oh, wait. OMG, he has kids. Oh, wow. Ninjas be pedophiles is disgusting. I used to F with him. Ew. He just disgusting and real feminine to me. Don't open no banks with him. He will scam the bank and you. With a post from 6 hours ago saying, girl, he effed a 14-year-old and then burnt her. Oh my God, not my eater. And again, this is where it gets exceptionally dangerous for anonymous posting people to have allegations like this. And now due to this allegation and linking his profile,
fellas, you could smell a defamation suit coming a mile away if he finds out about this shit out the gate.
This better damn sure be true. If so, well then fuck him. He should be up under the jail. But I have a sneaking suspicion that this is made up. And if this impacts his gainful employment, how much money that he has the opportunity to make into the future, then he should absolutely sue for defamation. And to conclude, we've seen this young lady's face before. She goes by Denad1987 on TikTok. She shared a couple of her thoughts, and I wanted to review. So without further ado.
That was designed to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life, which is what I always say. You can't believe what they're saying. You got to watch what they're doing. They can tell you all day what they won't do, but that app is showing you what they will do. Y'all are showing just how low vibrational the men that y'all have to pick from are. You can't sit up and say that you got all these options yet. These are the men that you're picking. The truth is...
No doubt about that. And the fact that they need an app for that clearly speaks volumes. And it's clear to see that they don't sit back and observe these men well enough. Especially if they pick them and then want to complain about it later. Sit back, observe, watch what they do, watch their body movements, watch how the way they act, watch how the way they speak. Observe. But they can't do that. And because they can't do that, they need a T app to warn others about this person. They should have got the warning way ahead of time. But let's continue.
That's all you got to pick from. You have a bunch of group of nasty, terrible men to choose from, and you're just trying to find the best out of the worst. But all of them are horrible. Everything that you have to choose from is horrible because of how you are.
It's a reflection of you.
And you carry yourself
straight up.
That there's a very specific type of
that you attract.
Find you attractive.
Ain't shit attracts ain't shit.
That small group of men is who y'all are choosing from. And that's why y'all are sharing the same men. Because out of that small group of men that y'all are all picking from, y'all are trying to find the best looking one, the one who appear to seem like he got some money, even though he usually don't end up having no money. Y'all are all picking and filtering through that small group of disgusting, nasty pookies, right? And no matter what you get online and say about how you want rich men, you ain't even in proximity to rich men. I don't even see you on their radar when you walk by, right? Because nothing about who you are and how you carry yourself would pick up on the radar of a man who got any class about himself, right? Only pookies find you desirable. And that's the reason why y'all are all sharing the same pookies. That's the reason why y'all all sharing the same pookies. It don't matter what y'all get on that.
Straight up, she ain't lying either. They all pick the same pookies. And then wants to cry, bitch, complain about how all men are bad. Oh, don't think the men don't catch on to that shit. No, ladies, don't think the men don't catch on to this shit. Y'all be picking the same dude, get your cheeks clapped by the same dude, have multiple kids by the same dude, but then it's all the men's fault because y'all picked the same dude. Yeah, and no, it ain't no secret. Let's continue.
App and expose regarding these men, how terrible they done treated you, what STDs they done gave you, how many babies they done had and left. There still will be a line of women ready to give that man a shot to see whether or not she can get better results than you got. So you can never really expose men because there's always going to be women who are willing to test it out for themselves and still see whether or not the stuff the previous woman said is actually true.
Very astute observation. Shout out to this lovely young lady right over here. And that's what
and that's where it is born on that shit. But back to the main event. Y'all ready for the main event? Because now that y'all know what the T-App is about, now it's time for Uncle JD Miles. Now it's time for Uncle JD Miles to let y'all know something. Because you see, I didn't know this until after I got home from the bar last Saturday night. But apparently, the T-App has been hacked. And furthermore, it's funny how they have this way of verifying whether or not anyone going on the app is a woman or not. But apparently they more focused on verifications and all this other retarded fuck shit that they never took the time to think about. We're more focused on this. We're more focused on this that we're not even paying attention to our security, and to protect these women's data. Oh, that's right, fellas. The T-App has been hacked. Someone hacked the T-App, and due to this, there's been a massive data breach. Now, all those women that was on that T-App, their pictures, their personal information, their IDs, all of it has been compromised. And shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson as well. I'm also going to put the link to his full video in the comment section. But let's hear it.
You guys know about this new app called T, and it's been out for a while. It is officially the #1 app on Apple, and it has so many downloads. It's like 900,000 people that are waiting to be put in the app. And man, listen, it's going crazy. Basically, it allows women to anonymously post men, to ask questions about these men, or to reveal negative things about these men. And as you know, the men cannot respond. And a lot of men been getting pissed off.
How the did I get on the T app? I used to work with him. He gave me gay vibes. What? I only worked one job with females, bro. And I was at Olive Garden when I was a server. And the reason why I didn't fuck none of y'all is because y'all was already all the on the job. Peep this. They already showed me text proof on who was already getting cracked. There was nobody at the Olive Garden that wasn't getting cracked at Free Parkway.
Here you have a young brother that rejected a female. And so what she did was post him on T-App and insinuate that he was gay. And this is not the only...
Straight up. So now we know what actually happened. He rejected her, so she put him on the T-App and tried to make him seem as if he was gay. And these retarded folks be sitting here claiming that, men can't handle rejection. Women can't handle rejection either. That's right. Just like the men, the women also can't handle rejection. This is why they do this petty shit. So no, don't try to make rejection into this one-sided gender issue. Oh, it's only the men. No, the women too. Let's continue.
Only guy who is experiencing this. A lot of men across America are having heinous allegations put on them, not saying that some of this stuff is not true, but we can assume that some of this stuff is not true. Basically, because anybody can go on there and say anything that they want about you. So since men can't join the app and defend themselves, something has happened on T in the last 24 hours that got the developers shaking their pants. So guys, T is down bad. The dating app has confirmed that it has been hacked. So before I get into the hack part, let me tell you how it works. First of all, the app is anonymous. So once you're approved for the app, you can pretty much post, a guy that you may know, let's say if you're a lady, and basically you want to get like red flags on the guy or green flags, which means that the guy is okay, or, you're anonymous. So you're putting this guy's information out and everybody else is anonymous. And again, if you're a man, there is no real way you can join the app. So you do not know that women are talking about you. And even if those women are talking about you, there is no way you know who those women are. Okay. Now, to apply, you have to upload a picture of yourself. You have to identify that you are a woman. Okay. And so they have a huge wait list. All right. It's like 90,000 people on a wait list. So why is this important? Now, somebody hacked this database, and this database that was hacked stored 13,000 images of selfie and photo identification submitted. All right. So this is as well as.
That's right, fellas. They're saying, and here's a culprit. You know what the culprit was? Their verification tool. The same verification tool which helped the app identify whether the person joining the app is a man or a woman. So the very same tool that they use to verify is now the same tool. That is now being used against them. Oh, the sheer irony. The sheer irony of it all. Let's continue.
60,000 images viewable for all app users. So basically you get approved, you post something for everybody else to see. So somebody has hacked that, and now they have your ID for some of these ladies. They have your selfies. So what does that mean? All right. Now, while we can't tell who is posting, if we know who has joined the app, then it's clear that some of these people, if you're a guy, you can figure out by process of elimination, if you could use AI or something, who is from where and who are they most likely talking about. All right. Now, this is huge. And probably what this is going to do, it will probably stop women from joining T. And basically, because you don't want your information getting out, and the way they do it right now is you have to do that in order to join the app. Now, this is what they're saying at T Dating App. They're saying this. T has engaged third-party cybersecurity experts and are working around the clock to secure its systems. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest that additional user data was affected. Protecting T users' privacy and data is their highest priority. T is taking every necessary step to ensure the security of the platform and prevent further exposure.
Well, I'm afraid they're a little too late on that matter, because if that was really the case, they would have had something set up before they even launched the damn app, not after the damage is done. But what did Uncle JD said? They were so focused on all these other features that they neglected to push their security feature, preventing their app from being hacked. And now you got thousands of their users who are compromised. And suppose their information gets leaked and put out on public for everyone to see, they are screwed. Especially the ones who was on that app lying. Oh, they should definitely be concerned about this. Let's continue.
It's interesting, right? These people want to prevent others from being exposed on the app, but the people on the app are exposing everybody else. Now, I've already showed a video where a guy is saying like, hey, women are on there calling me gay, saying that I'm a homosexual because I didn't want to date her, and spreading false rumors and false lies about men, but at the same time now, the dating app is trying to protect those people who have no consideration for these men whose lives are going to be ruined, who are out here being defamed, called certain things, being laughed at. But now, since y'all got hacked, all of a sudden the women are afraid because you don't want your data to be out there, huh? You don't.
Oh, the sheer irony. But hey, it's only okay when women do it, but when it happens to them, now it is foul. Let's continue.
Want everybody to know that you out here down bad. Well, now you know how it feels as a man to have people talking about you, especially if the information is untrue and you don't know who to sue, you don't know who to confront, because the people who are doing it from an unknown or anonymous source. And now look at what's happening now. You're being hacked. And I can guarantee you it's probably a person that was being talked about, being disrespected on the app, and then broke through your cybersecurity because y'all ass was cheap. Okay, you don't want to spend no money in protecting your stuff. Then went in there and exposed how weak all this stuff was, only to prevent y'all from doing it in the future. Now, the big red flag was y'all cybersecurity. Woo! Now, man, let me just tell you this. I'm not a hater. I know and understand that T and whoever developed this app, this is a dream come true. You're probably going to make a lot of money if you haven't already. You're probably going to get investors or ad sponsorship or something. But on behalf of who? You're going to get money because some dude's reputation is going to be ruined on T. He can't clap back. He can't respond to it. Now, men can't join it, which means that it's now exclusionary. So somebody going to get you on that. And now your ass got hacked. You want to know who probably hacked you? It wasn't no women that hacked you. It was men that hacked you. And so now they're going to get all those ladies' photos, their IDs, and now what if those dudes started leaking it all over the internet? Would they be wrong? Now, again, ethically, they would be wrong, right? And it would be shady to reveal the personal identity of the people that joined the app in confidence, thinking that...
To be honest, though, St. Jackson, those men would not give a fuck. Especially if they also found out that they themselves was on that app and they couldn't defend themselves. They wouldn't give a fuck if they were in the wrong or not. And I'm just being upfront and real, calling a ball and a strike. Shoot, I'm even seeing comments where if they find out who those women are, then those women should be deemed undateable. Because if they could sit there, go to an app such as the T app and lie about them having relations with those men and making up all those lies and bullshit, they won't feel bad at all. And this is Uncle JD's take on the matter. Let's continue.
T was going to protect them. Well, guess what? The men who are being exposed on T every day should also have some level of privacy. Now, these women are concerned about this. Now, again, I made a mistake in the audio. I believe I said 90,000, but it's over 900,000 people waiting. So what if they get their information? And T could be lying about it. Again, women, you might think twice about joining an app that's brand new to the market, exposing people that are now upset, and now they're going to come and get your stuff and post it out on the internet. It seems scary to me.
Straight up. Straight up, man. And I'm already making my prediction that the T app is going to go out the same way of the do not date website. And yeah, let one of those, if that data is leaked and one of those men find out that they on a list by someone they don't know, or they find out who that person is and they slandering them, that'll be a defamation suit against that app company. And as I stated in the previous post, this will not age well. And furthermore, this will only contribute to the gender war. And I don't want to hear shit about, there's no such thing as a gender war. Guess what? You deniers. This right here completely says you're full of shit. But I'm going to stop this video right here. And once again, shout out to MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, as well as O'Shea Duke Jackson. If y'all want to watch both their videos in their entirety, I'll leave the link to their full videos in the comments section. Go check it out. Tell them JD Miles sent you. But that's all I got for today. I'm done and I'm out this bitch. Later.